Hey everyone, good to see you again. It's been a while. It's been like 24 hours since we posted an overtime from last night's basketball game, but here we are at Memorial Stadium where we just saw a marathon of a game. IU football games tend to last a long time anyway, but Jordan, you actually joked before the game about this going to 4 overtimes.
Right.
And we laughed like, that's hilarious. And then it got to 2 overtimes, and yeah, I kept reminding you at the end of regulation, I was like, yep, 4. We're going to 4. And then after the first overtime, it's like we're halfway there, going to 4. Anyway, it did not end. Indiana was not left laughing at the end of the game like we are now, as Michigan beat them 48-41. It was really, it was very back and forth, kind of all game. It seemed maybe at the beginning like Indiana was a little bit outmatched. Michigan was up, I think, 21-9 at some point, and then Indiana came back, took the lead, and and then retook the lead with just under 3 minutes to go in the game, with a Jordan Howard 24-yard touchdown run. Jordan Howard obviously is the story of the game. He ran for 238 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he also he caught a touchdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not on here. Okay, yeah. He caught a touchdown, and it's a huge night. It's the second largest. His 238 yards are the second most that Michigan's ever allowed to a player, behind 260 from a Northwestern running back who was actually at Northwestern when Kevin Wilson was the offensive coordinator, which is kind of interesting. But the last play of the game didn't go to Howard. It was very reminiscent of the Super Bowl this year, when Marshawn Lynch was, is obviously one of the better backs in the NFL, and Seattle decided to throw on the goal line, and it was picked off by Malcolm Dixon. It looks pretty much exactly the same. I mean, it looks very similar.
Right.
What were your thoughts on that last play? I mean, the consensus was, that IU should have gone to Howard there. But what were your thoughts on that, and what did you see on that play?
I think, like Sudfeld and Page talked after the game, I think they had it. Sudfeld was in front of the Michigan safety Hill. He was in front of
Page was in front.
Page was in front of Hill, coming out of his break off his whip route, and he was right there. Sudfeld put it in a really tight window, but he got it there. The only problem was that when Page got his hands on the ball, he didn't get it strong enough, and he let Hill's arm get in there and really pull it away. And you asked if what I maybe would have done there, and really I would go back to the play before where they did a kind of like a read option with Sudfeld and Howard. And really on those last 2 plays, if I was Wilson, I would just loaded the box, put as many 300-pound guys as I could in between Howard and the Michigan defense, and just tried to push your way in. He jumped over on the first one. You had a 4th and short down on this end zone, on our left.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure where it is on the direction lines.
The
north end zone, where Howard jumped over the line, and he got the ball across the goal line for the touchdown. I think that could have been very easy to do over here on the other side. Even if you had 2 chances at it, maybe he gets a yard or 2. Like Sudfeld got, I think, 2 yards on his little scramble. So maybe Howard gets 3, maybe 4 yards as he usually does, and then he can just jump for the last yard.
Yeah.
That to me, that seemed like a pretty simple idea. I did like the Sudfeld call though. I think he almost got it. He almost had
the play itself did kind of work, but they just didn't execute it.
Hindsight's always 20/20. If I was there, I'd have run the ball both times with Howard. But if Page would have held onto that ball, that would have been
then maybe they'd still be playing.
Yes. But Wilson probably would have been. Oh, that's a great play call for going away from the run after going 18 straight times. But
exactly.
Yeah, it's easy to go back and second guess, but if it were me, I'd probably, like you said, run it with Howard both times.
Yeah, and I really liked kind of the read option thing they were doing there as well, because it's not like Sudfeld is like Trey Roberson or too shifty, but he's smart enough, and he's not unathletic. He's still a 21, 22-year-old guy. He's still in prime physical condition, right? So I feel, and he's also 6'4", 6'5", and could have just kind of leaned into the end, gotten a little bit of space and then kind of dove into the end zone. So something like that I think could have worked out well. But if I were an IU fan, I wouldn't be like furious about the last play call. I think it worked okay and whatnot. But oh well, the Michigan player made a really good play. He was prepared. He was ready. He wasn't lulled to sleep by like you said, 18 consecutive runs. That's just a sign of a well-coached team, a mature player. So, you have to give credit, obviously, to Michigan and credit to Indiana. I mean, they played hard. They outscored Michigan in the second half, which was something that Indiana's really kind of struggled with in Big Ten play. It was kind of weird. Michigan had the ball basically the whole second half, and Indiana's defense still kind of it worked hard at least. It stopped the run definitely. I mean, Michigan only ran for 141 yards, and a lot of that was 64. Jake Rudock had 64 yards, and a lot of that was from scrambling. It wasn't from handing the ball to Devion Smith or anything like that. So the IU rush defense played well, but the pass defense late in the game. I mean, 3 of the last 4 plays of the game were passing touchdowns. You're not really going to win if you're just a total sieve late in games. So that's still a problem for Indiana, but they continue to compete. They continue to come that close to victory before kind of letting you down at the end if you're an IU fan. But that's it for the home schedule. Indiana heads to Maryland next weekend. I'll be there for that. I'm excited to check out College Park and everything around there. But I don't know. Until then, I think we're gonna sign off. It's been a long couple days. It's been a long week, so we're gonna go probably get some sleep and take a Sunday off because we've earned it, darn it.
Oh yeah.
We almost had to go through 4 overtimes tonight to get there, but we didn't. We got through 2. Indiana 41, Michigan 48. We'll see what happens the rest of the season. They kind of got their backs against the wall. Got to win 2 games on the road, so
Winnable games.
we'll see. They are winnable games. Maryland and Purdue are not the top of the competition, but
But again,
we'll
so
see.
is Rutgers.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens. But until then, thanks for watching and have a good Sunday and rest of your weekend.